Hello, welcome back. We've got another unboxing odyssey for your viewing pleasure. This is some stuff from Artisan's Assembly. Nice guy called Marek in Poland sent me all this stuff free of charge. I've got a sort of Greek, somewhat heroic theme to them, so I'm looking forward to getting this out of the box and having a good look at them. They do have quite a range of different figures. They've got this line, which is titled, what's it called again, Argonautia Ancient Greek, but then they have a whole lot of other more fantasy inclined ones, and they kind of look like a bit of a Warhammer style theme as far as I can tell for most of the other ones. Orcs and Cathays and Transylvanians, goblins, Gallia, Bretonia. So yeah, it sounds a bit that way to me. Oh, they've got their own box, very nice. May your paints do it justice. That's accompanied with a bit of self-confidence. That's a pretty cool sticker. I like that. Hopefully I will not shame these miniatures. Let's see what we got in here. Get this box open. Should do it. Okay. Looking promising. Ooh, nicely packed. Oh, come with bases, nice square bases, and straight away, ooh, they look beautifully cast. They're 3D printed, I should say, beautifully 3D printed, and lots of different bits. I like that. So there's a bit of assembly to be done, but they should be pretty cool. Oh, look at that. That is one of the best packaging systems I've ever seen. The corrugated foam, that's brilliant, and all the figures are in here and they look superb. They look big as well as superb, and obviously with all the assembly you can get a range of different poses and setups. We've got a lot of bottom halves. I hope we've got enough top halves to go with them all. Obviously it wasn't designed for that one. Oh, there's the rider for that massive horse. Right, let me get that box out of the way and then we can see them all a bit better. I'll just organise them and back in a minute. Right, I've got them all out of their foam now, and they're beautiful looking figures, really nicely made and super clean. I don't see anything, not a single piece that I need to clean off. I don't. Oh, maybe a tiny bit on that thigh, but yeah, can't imagine. I can't think of any other 3D printed figures that were quite so clean. Oh, there's a little bit around there. Maybe I'm getting carried away, but they're certainly in the top category of ones that I've found for cleanliness. They're big. Let's get an idea of how big. So this is the horsey, and there's a Victrix horse, 28mm, which are generally fairly big horses, and it towers over that guy. So these are definitely 32mm. I'll double check. I think they offered both 28mm and 32mm, and I did request the 28mm. I just wonder if they've... Yeah, I did. They do make both, but I think I've got the 32mm. I'll double check with Marek and just see, because I mean they're going to be great. I'll certainly paint them up and enjoy them, but if you wanted some to fit in with your other guys, I'm pretty sure, yeah, these are the bigger ones, the 32mm. Anyhow, with that aside, let's look further at them. So this is a fairly heroic looking cavalry guy, and from memory he had a few different arm options. I don't think I'll start assembling every single one, it'll take forever. I'll assemble them later and show you how they look like once they're all done. But yeah, I think he could be equipped possibly with a bow and arrow, but I'm sure there was a wow, look at that massive I think there was a spear option. It might be this very long spear as a sort of a big javelin, or a big lance really. Lots of smaller spears there. Great detail on them, little hollows in the middle of each shaft. Let's have a look at this guy. I think he's Hercules. I did see him on their website. I wasn't expecting to get him, and I had thought that would be great to get him at a later date, so that's awesome that they've sent me him. appreciate that very much. Marek did say at some stage he was going to get his own website and get away from Etsy. Currently he's on Etsy, so I'll put the link to that. But as soon as he does have his own website, I'll also put it up. So do have a look in the description. As soon as it becomes available, it will be popping up down there. Is that his head? It looks too small for such a gigantic, heroic guy. Must be one of these heads is the head of Hercules. That's obviously not him. Could go with him. Wow, what a superb looking figure. Just a giant. But I mean, Hercules being a giant is completely acceptable. This one, oh, it might be, there was a female archer. She looked beautiful. Where's her body? That's a bloke. What's this one? Ah, yes, there she is. Fantastic. Quite sure how to assemble her. Anyway, they're looking absolutely beautiful. I will put them together, give you a look in a little bit. Day 2, Artisan's Assembly Odyssey, Greek Odyssey. I cleaned them up. They had a tiny bit more 3D junk to remove than I first realized, but still one of the cleanest sets I've ever come across. Marek did get back to me. These ones are the 32mm, so that's why they look rather large, but he does do them in 28mm. So I've just assembled or partly assembled a few. This horse is a beast, looks like a Trojan horse to me. It's going to be quite awe-inspiring. And the rider is this Amazonian sort of Greek woman. Beautiful cloak, nice armor. She's going to be cool. Then I've done Heracles, who looks fantastic as well. Amazing musculature. Got his lion skin and his big club there. I was looking for some images just to get some ideas of how to paint him, and I think this is based on a classic statue. She has almost exactly the same pose. It's going to be fun to paint. And then I've got the female archer ready. Oh no, that's not her body, that's her body. And she's going to be a beautiful figure as well. Looking forward to get some colour on these ones. And one of the sort of hoplite swordsman. That's going to be his aspis, or Boeotian style aspis, I guess. And then where's his sword gone? There's his sword arm. I thought I'd just do some of these bits separately because it'd be quite hard to get into here and do it justice with the aspis in the way and the sword in the way. So I'll paint them separately and assemble them. So they're fantastic. I mean, the 32mm, it's surprising how much difference 4mm makes. It sort of makes them look enormous compared to a 28mm. But you can get a lot more detail into them. I kind of wish that 32mm was the gold standard rather than 28. I think if all my figures were this size, you know, you'd appreciate each individual that little bit more. So they're beautiful. Anyhow, next stop we'll be showing off these painted figures back in a few days. And it's a few days later, and here they are. I've done, how many, 5 or so. Fabulous figures, absolutely stunning detail and poses, and I'm very happy with how they've come up. They are enormous when you compare them with my usual 28mm scale, which gives you quite a nice opportunity to really go to town with some of the details, although I've kept the colour schemes fairly simple, but it's very easy to pick out all the little details, like the rivets on the terigis on one of these guys. Which one is it? Yeah, this guy with the sword, all those, or the coppice, all those little metal rivets under there. I've done this guy's bit of a Thracian, and just in a way of size comparison, let me just show you another Thracian. So that's a Blitzkrieg 28mm, and Blitzkrieg guys are on the big side for 28mm, but see how minuscule he looks compared to these ones. So I don't have any other 32mm figures, but I suspect these are even pretty big for 32mm. Massive. A couple of others to give you a look at. I've got the heroic Heracles. Let's get him up. Let's leave that one for comparison. So even amongst these ones, he is a beast, demigod. He might as well be a big boy. And you'll notice as he comes around, he's got 3 little golden apples in his hand, which, having looked it up a bit, that's from the 12 trials of Heracles. One of them was to retrieve these golden apples. You can see the lion cloak that he's got draped over his massive club. Fabulous guy. You probably can't see his face that well. I'll take a few still photos as usual to show him off a little bit better. Skin wise, I did a few layers of barbarian flesh and then a number of washes, dark wash initially, then some light red washes and some yellow washes. So the yellow ones sort of on the top of the muscles and then the light red ones trying to go in all the creases. And it was actually a fairly simple skin technique, and I think it's worked out quite well. It's obviously very well tanned, but you'd expect that from a hero of ancient Greece, I reckon. And then the last but not least, this fairly mythical looking Amazon horse rider on the massive horse. She's a beautiful figure also. Ooh, I'll have to go up a bit to get her full glory. There we go. So really solid, massive horse. I'm just going to get another one, Victrix one, just to compare the size. So can you get an idea of how big these 32mm ones are? But again, you can get them in 28mm, so that would be fabulous to have some 28mm ones to fit in if that's your usual scale. Alright, I will leave it there, but I will put up some still photos for you to have a peek at. I'll be back again pretty soon. See ya.